Hi guys, so welcome back. Okay, okay, I guess it's recording. Yeah, so welcome back to this video. I'll be discussing question number 3 now, and this question was also discussed in class, at least for section E. It was uh, where is my screen share? Share. Okay, so even this question was discussed in class, but I still want to kind of do this question again because it's an important question, and I also want to show how I would approach this question. So just going through the question quickly. So question gives me two products A and B, annual output, machine hours, purchase order, and number of setups. Okay, and three annual overhead costs are given, and I'm told to do the traditional costing as well as activity-based costing. Okay, so traditional based costing, it says that it's using machine hour rate to allocate this entire cost. So for and the machine hour rate is 14.20. How is 14.20 calculated? Machine hours total. So if you can do all equal to, like, this total is 14,000, and if you divide this divided by machine hours, this should come to 14.2. So that's how this 14.2 is calculated. Now quickly I'll do the traditional costing. So traditional costing. So this is how I would do in class if during the exam. So for traditional costing, I don't need to do too much. I just need to allocate these costs into the activity based, into A and B. Okay. Direct labor and direct material is not given to me. Only the overheads are given to me. Correct. Now product A, product B. Now directly in traditional costing. So sorry, I'm doing the traditional costing. Right? Just yeah, in traditional costing, what I do is I'll copy this thing, entire thing, copy, paste, machine hours. How many machine hours are given for each? 20,000 and 1,20,000. So 20,000 and 1,20,000. These are given, and overhead allocation based on machine hour rate. Got it. Machine hour rate is given as 14.2. So what I'll do is this one into this one and fix this, otherwise the calculation will be wrong, right? So total is coming to 119 like 88,000, which is same as my this thing. So in traditional costing method, we would only do use this 14.2 rate and use that machine 14.2 rate to calculate on the basis of machine hour. If the 14.2 rate, because it's given in hints, if this is not given to you, what will do? This one divided by total machine hours. Next is activity-based costing. So for activity-based costing, I had copied this one, and now on the basis of the activity, the cost drivers, I'll calculate that. Okay, product A and B is given over here. So what I can do is, instead of making multiple things, because there's no strict format given, right? So I can allocate, I can write cost drivers, and let me add one more row over here. Insert. So this is my traditional, activity based costing. Okay, so activity based costing drivers that I can use. So cost drivers, volume related cost, I can use the output as well as machine hours, whichever you want. And setup and purchase is fine. So I'm using machine hours for this. So what I can do directly is copy this one, go over here, paste, transpose. Okay. So I've taken the cost drivers from the question and I posted it over here. Volume, I'm using cost machine hours, setup related cost, number of setups. Sorry. Okay, number of setups, and purchase cost is purchase cost. Cost driver, how I can cost driver units, I can put it over here, and then cost driver rate. Now cost driver unit is how much I can do a sum of, so equal to sum. So I would suggest don't do sum and stuff in the exam. Directly take this one. This is 1,40,000. 1,40,000, because that's how I missed in the previous costing exam, using formulas and stuff. Purchase order 555, 544. Sorry, I think 544. 544, and number of setups is 60. Sorry, 544 is over here, and number of setups is 64. So 64 over here. Again, see, like I was saying in the previous question, because setup cost is given over here, but over here number of setups is given on the right side. So be careful of that. Cost driver rate equal to cost divided by number of units down. So you can get the cost driver rate for these units, right? Now you can just, what you can do, copy formatting and copy that formatting. So you've got the cost driver rate. I'll just round that off over here. Now what I'll do is the copy this entire thing again, paste it over here, put product A, product A, product B, okay. So product A, what I'll do is I'll put equal to, and product A has how many hours? Overhead cost, how many hours is that? Or so I'm using this one, machine hours, right? So machine hours multiplied by cost driver rate, and this one will also be machine hours, so equal to machine hours into cost driver rate. Again, if you total this should come to 5,50,000, which is on the left side. In a similar way, equal to purchase number of setups into setup rate, again equal to number of setups into setup, equal to purchase orders into, I guess you guys get the point, right? Purchase order into purchase order cost, and finally equal to this one multiplied by this one, enter. Now just do a sum. The shortcut for sum is alt and equal to, so you can use that, right? So I hope you guys understood how I calculated the annual overhead using the cost driver rate. And also the question was given that you are required to calculate cost per unit. Okay, so what I can do is cost per unit is another line I'll add, cost per unit. Cost per, so how many units are being produced? So equal to this divided by units is this, and equal to this, sorry, not this, equal to this divided by 60,000. So you can see this is matching with my traditional costing. And here also, if I do the same thing, copy, paste, cost per unit will be what? This divided by 5,000, and again equal to this divided by 60,000. See, 1032, and there's little bit of difference because of rounding off, but otherwise it's fine. Okay, so that is how I would do it in class, and how I would solve that question. So I didn't take too much time, I think, and because I was explaining, it took a lot longer. But if you do this process and do it in class, I think these are easy questions. If you have understood the concept, these are very easy questions. Okay, so thank you so much for watching again, and let's move on to the last two questions which are left.